Happy Friday, everybody. We're on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer to break down the markets and bank earnings. Jim, we were just talking how the banks are in negative territory now.
Let's focus on this for a second. There's a big seller, PNC linked. PNC's bringing down XLF somehow. These were good. JPMorgan was good. Citi was good. Wells not good. I don't like Wells. So you have Wells that was bad and PNC that was bad. So perhaps these are all ETF stocks. They trade as one. So they may be bringing down the ETF. I like JPMorgan's quarter very much. Action alerts name. I like Citi's very much. Let them settle. Let them come down. They will not be downgraded. They will be, numbers will go up after everybody puts it together. The different ways that the banks made it, JPMorgan had an 18% tax rate, and Citi had a 23% tax rate. So Citi's cheaper on that. What I would emphasize is that Citi bought back 7% of its company. So if you're selling Citi, you're selling it to the company. Now the market opened up too much. But JPMorgan and Citi, look, I'm stuck with the facts. I mean, we have had, let's get it this way. How many times have we had sell-offs with JPMorgan after they report the quarter and then the stock goes higher? This is another one of those times. It is a very good stock and it should be bought. Citi is the same. Wells should not be bought, and PNC is a little surprising because a lot of people, including me, thought it would be terrific. So understand that the whole group gets taken down by a couple. Wells is not a buy. But if JPMorgan were to come back to, say, 108, where we bought it last, as I mentioned on the call yesterday, the club call, it would be really terrific because it's at 12. It's probably now only at 12 times earnings. So these moves, I'm not saying they don't make sense. I'm saying that they're very much linked to the XLF.
And we know bank earnings kind of set the tone for the rest of earnings season.
Well, the earnings are good. The earnings are good. So if the stocks are right, then I'm wrong. If the earnings are right, then I'm right. And the earnings were quite good.
And we should also talk about valuations while we're on this topic, because you had an article in Real Money about Micron. Don't get fooled by a low PE ratio.
I mean, one of the things, I wrote that piece in reaction to some real heat I've been taking on Twitter for saying, Jim, how can you've been saying Micron's bad and it's going up, you're an idiot. Okay, so here's what the piece is about, which is, no, I'm not actually an idiot. What I'm saying is, historically, when you see a really low multiple, it means that the earnings might not be there. And I talked about a story about Bethlehem Steel, where a lot of people were all over it. I want Micron to go higher. I want every stock to go higher. I hope Micron takes out its high. So get off my back.
All right. Meanwhile, Jim, on Twitter, you got NVIDIA.
Well, my friend Andrew left is attack. He's got a challenge with me. And it's very funny because I do like Andrew, but the thing that's so difficult here about NVIDIA is it's going up because Ethereum's going up. And I'm saying if you're buying it for that, you're going to be disappointed. Andrew is telling people to sell it because the cryptocurrency business is going away. And he's right. The cryptocurrency business is going away. So I'm saying the buyers who are taking it up on Ethereum are wrong. But that means that per se that Citron's wrong. It's not getting to 200. And it's so like everyone's kind of wrong. Own NVIDIA for machine learning, for data center, own it for gaming, own it for autonomous driving, okay? Do not own it for Ethereum. So Andrew's right about not owning it for Ethereum, but wrong about the direction of the stock.
And Jensen Huang told you that precisely a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, Jensen is saying it's not that important, but I think a lot of people are waiting to see it go to zero, and then that'll take the fluff out. But there's a big sell program going on in the market right now. I don't know what it's triggered by. Maybe it's by S&P going positive. But there's no one on the other side because volume's so thin. Carl's asked me whether I thought volume was going to come back. I thought it would today. We're really in a weird era where volume's just gone away. It's like the inflows. If you listen to the excellent BlackRock call yesterday, BlackRock would be down today if reported. If you listen to the excellent BlackRock quarter yesterday, there's outflows. Companies are taking money out, doing other things with it. It's a mixed time. Yesterday the market went up on very little volume. Today it's going down on very little volume.
And Jim, we still have trade worries in the background. Last night on Mad Money, you talked about URI versus CAT.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that you want to take a hard look. If you really like cat, then you should love URI, because URI is cat. Oh, they don't use cat equipment, by the way. URI is a rental of earth-moving equipment in almost entirely domestic. Caterpillar is buying of earth-moving equipment worldwide, and the world is not as kind as the U.S. right now when it comes to earth-moving equipment.
Yeah, URI, 90% of its revenue here in the U.S., the rest from Canada,
Canada,
right?
It's fine.
So
it's
the
fine.
perfect combo.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jim, who do you have coming up on Mad Money tonight?
Well, I'm doing a special. Actually, you really got to watch this, because cybersecurity is the high, of the themes where I say there's always a bull market somewhere. There's the look your selfie best, that's Estee Lauder theme. There is the humanization of pets. That theme is very strong. And the cybersecurity theme. And the cybersecurity theme has a number of new companies that have come public. Just like there have been a number of new companies that have come public that are involving with the cloud. And some of this is cloud related. And so you're going to hear about 3 names that I think should be bought. They need to be on your radar screen, or you should buy them. I'm going to reveal them tonight.
All right. 6 p.m. Eastern on CNBC.
Remember, the banks should not be going down except for PNC and Wells, which were banned.
Okay, we'll watch all those stocks today. Meanwhile, Jim, I want to remind everyone that if you haven't joined the club, go to Action Alerts.
A lot of people joined the club this week.
Yes, and you can watch the replay.
Yeah, you really got to watch it. Join and watch the conference call. I have a blow-by-blow about how to reposition on the fly, and a lot of people felt that it was exciting to listen to. I try to entertain and to teach. The best teachers I had entertained. So I think you should join and listen, and I think you'll really love it. By the way, if you're watching this, you're interested in stocks, and if you're interested in stocks, you got to hear about the blow-by-blow about a repositioning I did on the fly. It's quite exciting.
And we're going to talk more about that right now on ActionAlertsPlus.com. We'll see you there.